Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Good Omens reaction. This is Road Live, and my name is Matt. Hi, hello, how's everyone doing today? So, last time on Good Omens, what happened? Oh yeah, there was a poll, Patreon poll, free, to determine what show we're going to be watching after Good Omens. I cannot tell you what shows are in that poll because I haven't made it yet. But by the time you're watching this, it's been a week. But for me, it hasn't happened yet, so sure, whatever. So, okay. Last time on Good Omens, what happened? Aziraphale and Crowley are having some sort of a divide. There's something happening there where Aziraphale is having trouble with this whole like, well, the greater plan, and this is what's gonna happen. This is what we're supposed to do. We have to fight each other. And Crowley is like, we gotta fight against it, you know? Like, and Crowley like believes in their friendship and believes in the fact that both of them can still hang out even no matter what happens. And Aziraphale is like, no, we can. In fact, we're not even friends. We're an angel and a demon. It's like, oh my god, Romeo and Juliet who? Like, this is it. This is the real fucking conflict. So it's fantastic. Like, I did like watch that episode again with a friend of mine. And we were talking about it, and it was like, this you really steal the spotlight whenever they're on screen, don't they? Like, that scene was fantastic. Everything about it was fantastic. It was also very gay, but it was also fantastic. I loved it a lot. So that's like the main thing that happened last episode. Also, Adam met Anathema. Yeah, that's her name. She taught him about a bunch of weird fucked up shit that happens on the planet, and he like got super hung up on like radioactive energy and how bad it is for like the environment. So he was like, well, fuck that. So then he went to bed, and we saw like a nuclear facility didn't have a generator anymore, but power was still being produced. So it essentially made free power. So, oh, that's crazy. Like, Adam, it's going all backwards, right? Like, Adam is actually saving the planet a little bit, but it really is a thing that can just swing one way or the other just randomly. So let's see what happens with that. We also met Famine, who was this like a businessman with a chain of restaurants that sold non-food or chow or whatever, completely artificial food that had like no nutritional value whatsoever. So sure, I buy it. That is the modern version of Famine, and I'm wondering what's going to be the modern version of Pestilence, which is the one I'm assuming we're going to see here. The only thing that I'm thinking of is like Chocolata from JoJo. That's like the only thing I can think of, but we'll see. We'll see what Pestilence is in this version of the universe. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch Good Omens episode 4, okay? So, yeah, sure, we're ready. Good Omens, season 1, only season, episode 4. Let's go. What the? Is that Atlantis? Adam was reading on a book of like the lost city of Atlantis or some shit. Okay, what crazy shit's gonna? Oh, this is really fun. I just went for all the goofy shit that. Oh no, that's a UFO. Aliens are coming in.
Of course it's true. What I say is true.
He's not wrong on that. This has potential to become crazy. This is fantastic. I love this. I'm worrying though of like what could happen, but I do love this a lot.
I'm soft.
Yeah.
According to our records, you were issued a flaming sword.
Oh god.
You didn't lose that.
Oh god. 100% lost it. 100% lost it 6,000 years ago. Like day 1 he lost it. Oh god, yeah, they know.
Is there any possibility he's working for you?
Oh god.
No?
They have connections. They have connections to hell. But why does it matter if you two are connected anyway? What's that angel? That angel looks cool. Yeah, they have connections to... Then what the fuck is the point? Why are you talking shit if they're working together if you guys are acting together as well?
England's out. America's out.
Yeah?
Alpha Centauri.
Can you go to playing Gallifrey?
I helped build that one.
Fucking... That was Gallifrey behind him, wasn't it? I was making a joke.
Party by the name of Chalky, sir.
Look at that river.
I like this one.
The third of the four horsemen took over when Pestilence retired.
Oh, are you pollution?
The high-tech weed killer.
And just toss it in there.
This is pollution.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love her. Pollution. Oh, she's my favorite so far. Amazing design. So, we're still following the mailman, by the way. Well, the last one is death. So, does he have to, like, die now? Maud, I love you. Oh, boy. You're gonna get hit by a truck. Yeah. And there we go. Oh, no? Oh, he did get you. And now you met death.
Come and see.
Finally!
What does it mean, sir?
It's a call to action.
Yes.
War and famine, pollution and death. Today we write.
Yeah. Have a safe journey, delivery man. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I love that. That looked awesome.
The world was changing. What Adam believed was true was beginning to happen in reality.
Yes, which is oh yeah, the Tivit. Oh, that's a UFO. Oh boy, that's a UFO. Show me an alien. Show me a good Omens alien.
The fact is that we've been asked to bring you a message.
Interesting. Duck people.
The message runs, we bring you a message of universal peace, cosmic harmony, and such like. The
Nice.
message ends.
Cool.
Just got pulled over by aliens.
Did you count their nipples? You're a witch finder, not an alien finder.
Disregard the aliens. But I'll make a note of. This show is wild. I love it.
Themselves baffled by the appearance of the enormous sea creature.
Holy shit.
Spokesman for the Japanese government.
Yeah.
And they knew
Wild shit is happening. Prophecy alert. Witchfinder would arrive at 12:05. Oh, she knows that he was coming. Oh, blue chair. The car has 3 wheels. That's funny. What happened? Yeah.
A man with bruises be upon your bed, aching his head for willow fine.
You know what a selfie is? I believe the demon Crowley invented them.
They didn't invent selfies. Adam, you alright?
You coming, Adam? I didn't say you could go.
I was scared he wouldn't let us go just then.
That's stupid. Actually, I felt that too.
Oh, whoa, he's right there. Hi, you alright?
And this is our local guide to the
archaeological
site of Megiddo.
I'm Hasta. La Vista. I'm an archaeologist. Which one?
Oh, that was a good one. That was really good.
What are they saying? What are they telling you?
Just,
Voices?
Yes.
just think that you're a dumbass.
You smell like poo.
Yeah. Everything's falling apart. Oh, yeah, he knows it's Crowley.
I'm an anathema device. I really am a witch. A prophecy a month.
Okay.
More now, in fact, as we get closer to the end of the world.
When's that supposed to be?
Today.
In around 4 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, come on. The world isn't really going to end today.
The end of the world starts here in Tadfield this afternoon, according to Agnes. I just can't find it.
He knows he's looking for a boy with a dog. Oh, he's forcing them to go.
Actually, I really don't. I don't like this. There's no point in going home.
Oh boy.
What's going to be left when we grow up?
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, there's all this environment going on. Everything's been killed or used up, and no one takes it seriously. It's our job to make it start again. Right, Doc?
Oh, it's our job to make it start again? Holy shit.
We can run away together. Alpha Centauri.
Sure.
Lots of spare planets up there. Nobody even notices. There's just God.
Yeah.
Moving in mysterious ways and not talking to any of us.
This is true.
You're better off without him.
Oh. What if it's just water? What if it's just regular ass water? He's gonna throw the water as Haster. Oh my god. Oh my god, really? Or it might miss. They might just kick the door open.
In here, people.
It's just regular ass water, isn't it? Oh, it's real holy water! Oh, he's dead! Get fucked. He's done. Ha ha ha! That was raw!
That's holy water!
Yes.
This is a plant, mister. It's filled with holy water. It can turn you into that. Ask yourself,
is it worth it?
do you feel lucky?
Oh, this is great. Oh, a drop fell. It's just regular water. Fuck.
Time to go, Crowley. So long, sucker!
You are probably wondering where Crowley has gone.
Yes.
Aziraphale had learned a dance called the gavotte in a discreet gentleman's club in Portland Place in the late 1880s.
Nice.
You might just as well ask how many demons can dance on the head of a pin. They're of the same original stock, after all.
Oh my god,
At least
this is
demons
great.
dance. Not what you call good dancing.
Oh, this is great dancing. Shut up.
That's where Haster is following.
Oh, nice.
Right now, they are both traveling incredibly fast through the telephone system.
Oh, this is very dumb. I love it.
Haster, Duke of Hell, is now trapped on a tape inside Crowley's antique telephone answering machine.
Oh. Oh, that is the dumbest shit I've seen in a long time. I love it.
You've been a bit of a fallen angel, haven't you? Consorting with the enemy.
I don't think your boyfriend and the dark glasses will get you special.
What I think is that there obviously has to be two sides. That's the whole point, so people can make choices. That's what being human means. Our job as angels should be to keep all this working, so they can make choices.
You think too much.
Oh my god.
It's starting.
Oh, hey. Cool. We're going. Alright, it's time.
You'd all be fine. I'd see to that. It'd be wicked, eh? To have the whole world to ourselves, wouldn't it? We could have amazing games. We could have war with real armies.
But there wouldn't be any people. They'd all be dead.
Oh, I can make us some new people. I'll make you new mummies and daddies. I've got friends coming soon. You'll like them. They're a lot like you. They're going to help me make it all stop.
I don't like this game.
You wait. It's gonna be wicked.
Oh boy. Don't you see, Adam? You're enforcing your own ego onto others.
So we find this Adam, and then what do we do?
Stop him.
How?
Agnes doesn't say. She goes off on stuff about
Like,
you and me.
oh, do you have a relationship in the future? But that means that there is a future, though. Everything's fucked outside there. Oh, yeah! Oh, boy!
When the whirlwind whirls, reach out one to another.
Sure.
The world's about to end, and I've never robbed a bank. I've never got a parking ticket.
Kissed a girl?
Yeah.
No, not even once.
Well, then, let's do it. Sure. This is the dumbest shit ever. You two ended up kissing with a witch. Chadwick will be so mad. Oh, there's a big star coming for me.
It's just a lad. I'll let him go alone. I should have gone with him. Be suffering unimaginable tortures at the hands of the daughters of night. I can't imagine what he's going through.
Oh my god! Alright, this is funny.
Everybody, stop talking!
Is that fucked up enough for you to stop? Oh, Mr. Shadowell might just burst in as he's doing like a similar circle to talk to God. But Shadowell won't know what that is, so it's like, oh, you're a witch or whatever.
You are speaking to the Metatron, Aziraphale.
Sure.
You need to speak directly to God.
What is said to me is said to the Almighty.
Did this guy play the master? The Yana master? I mean, God will talk to you if God wants to talk to you, I suppose. Shadwood saw all of that. Oh, this happened beforehand.
Whatever you think you've seen, just don't cross the circle, you stupid man. Fuck.
You stepped on it. He's going to the battle. It wasn't you, you idiot! It was the circle! Oh god, a fire's gonna happen. Shit. God damn it, Shadwell. And now, really? Oh yeah, so the Metatron was absolutely the master. He played the Gianna master. Cool. So I waited like half an hour before I started recording this discussion bit because it's raining. There's like a huge storm that started happening halfway through the episode. And if there's like noise in the background, which there might be, because my ceiling is metal, so you might hear the rain. But yeah, I'm apologizing. And also if there's like a hard cut, maybe the power died on me. But sure, whatever. So, Good Omens, what happened this episode? Yo, shit's happening. A lot of it is happening. So, okay, episode starts. Adam is way into conspiracy theories. It took like literally like half a day until he went crazy with conspiracy theories. And it's funny because it's because of Anathema, which is like Anathema I just saw that in the credits. The dog has a name. It's Oli. Shoutouts to Oli, the dog. But yes, it's funny that Anathema is trying to prevent the Armageddon, and she's the one that kind of caused it by giving Adam all this conspiracy theory bullshit. Like, that's funny. But okay, we're seeing essentially the last day of Earth. Armageddon's happening today. In fact, Armageddon's happening right now. So, okay, let's go in order. Episode starts. They found Atlantis. Just straight up found Atlantis. There's just people on boats, and they discover Atlantis because Adam is way into conspiracy theories, and he's like, Atlantis exists, and then it did. And I don't think Atlantis existed beforehand, because I think Crowley said Atlantis wasn't there before. It didn't exist before, and now it does. Yeah. So, is Adam able to just make things happen, like God, essentially? Does he have that power? Because, for example, with the Tibetan people, the Tibetan spies that watch everything you do, that go digging holes or whatever, those two Tibetans, they weren't made when they appear there. They were real people that were doing their own thing, and then they suddenly appear there, and they're like, well, we gotta dig for some reason. Like, that is teleportation, and now they have a new purpose, new clothes, and now they're like, oh, I gotta do this. I remember everything that I was doing before. I don't know why I have to do this, but I have to do it. So a change of command. Like, it changes a command in their brain, so they have to do something. So he at least has power over will and physical matter to a degree. Is he able to just straight up make people? Straight up. Because of the Atlantis stuff. If that is the case, then that is fucking nuts. So there you go. The Antichrist has fucking nutty powers. It's like, what the fuck? So there you go. Earth. Okay, this entire episode is wild. It's fucking wild. Okay, no, wait. I have to check something right now, real quick. I said I was gonna do it, and I did it. Let me Gallifrey. It's right there. It's right there. Oh, that's funny. That's a funny one. So there were like 2 or 3 Doctor Who references in this episode. That was good. I was told to watch out for them. But yes, this one was good. So, like, I made the joke too. Like, David Tennant is looking for a planet to go live in, and I was like, go Gallifrey. And then the show was like, yes. Right there. Gallifrey. Is this what you asked for? It's like, okay, thank you, show. You're right there with me, which I appreciate a lot. Oh, man, that was fantastic. It was wonderful. And then Wensleydale was like, exterminate, or was it like Brian? I think it was Brian. And that was another reference, so there you go. It's funny because, like, most people here are connected to Doctor Who in some way. Like, Doctor Who has been running for so long that, like, most actors here have some degree of connection to Doctor Who. I can tell. Anyway, so moving onwards. The end of the world is happening. All the angels don't agree with whatever Aziraphale is up to, because they're asked Aziraphale just straight up, "Have you fallen?" Like, straight up. So, and they told him that what did they tell him? They like punched him and everything. Like, it was like really rough. You think too much. That's the one that is like, oh, fuck you. You think too much. Like, you're not allowed to have free will. Oh, well. Like, isn't that kind of against the point? Like, so, yes, that's where I'm going. It's that, like, we already talked about this enough. Is the idea of angels in several instances of how they are portrayed. They are kind of too rigid. Too much like machines almost. Like, they are role-following robots that just do what they're supposed to do, but they never think about them. And that is I think that is almost a test. That is almost a contradiction, almost thematically. So I want to see where that goes. Like when the show ends, I want God to just calm down and say, "Y'all suck. You two, you're right, because you cared," which is kind of the point. I want that to be the ending of the show. With those exact words. And then credits roll. There you go. Perfect ending. Alright, so fucking Heaven has a connection with Hell, by the way. Who is this lady? Michael? Archangel Michael. Yeah. So Michael has just a straight up connection through a phone line with Duke of Hell Ligger. Him? Sure. I'm looking at the x-ray. So Duke. Both of them have some sort of a connection, which is like, it's like y'all are chastising fucking Crowley and Aziraphale for working together to some degree. Like, they're not even working together. You just have proof that they've been hanging out. And y'all are chastising them for it, and you're doing literally the exact same thing, you fucking hypocrites. So, I'm not sure to what degree they have a connection, but there is a connection already. So it's not like the most forbidden thing ever to have a connection between Angel and Demon, because you two are doing the same thing. Fuck all y'all. So, alright, moving on. David Tennant is like, am I gonna go to Godfrey? So that scene was great. We met, okay, so we have the mailman, the delivery man. You know, they outsource those things those days. Those sort of thing. So the mailman is going to deliver to Famine and Death. Here's the thing, Famine retire, okay? Just Famine retire, because, you know, medicine and all that. So now Famine has been replaced with Pollution. I love that. First of all, I love that because that's a funny joke. Second of all, I love Pollution. What's the actress for Pollution? Lourdes Faveres, whatever how you pronounce that. She's cool. And I love her hair here. Wonderful hair. Beautiful. Her eyes are beautiful. It's all white. Her clothes are even cool. She's Pollution. She's just sitting there seeing this river filled with shit. And then when she gets the package, she gets the crown and tosses everything into the river too. Like, I love it. I love it. She's wonderful. She's my favorite of the four so far. I mean, in general, I suppose, because we already met the four. Now let's talk about when we meet Death. So the mailman is like, all right, final delivery. And he opens the letter. He's very committed to his craft. He's very committed to his work. So he was just like, man, okay, I have to deliver this final package to Death. All right, I have to go meet Death. So anyway, I'm gonna get fucking hit by a truck, and then I get to deliver the message. It's not even a package; it's a message. And I like that. So they set up the truck beforehand. When he dodged the first one, he was like, "Oh boy," and then when he has that glare, I'm like, "Okay, he has to get hit by a truck, and die, and then deliver the package to Death." So he does exactly that, and I like that. Like, he was like, "Oh, I'm good. That one almost got me." And then he looks below, and there's his dead body right there. Yeah. And then Death is right there. So then he delivers the message that is, it's time. And then Death is like, let's go. And what does he say? Think not of this as the end, but as leaving early to avoid the rush. Which is like, oh yeah, things are about to go to hell. Well, everything's about to fucking explode. So, yeah, it's better if you leave right now. Because it's gonna happen no matter what today or tomorrow. So, it's better if you leave now. So, there you go. And then we see this transition of, like, space and the word death. And I'm just like, oh, that's cool. That's really cool. So, there you go. Those are 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. It's happening. I like that. I like both of them. I like everyone. That's cool. Alright, so then... Newton, Pulsifer, he gets equipped with all the Witchfinder shit, and then he's on his way to Tadfield. There we go. That's the name of the little village, town. So he goes there. There's the fucking Tibetans that are spying on everyone on the tunnels. They're there. He keeps writing. He sees a UFO. A very fucking cartoonish ass, low quality UFO. Like a straight up classic Doctor Who UFO. Like a very shitty UFO. But like the reason why it looks so shitty, as I'm assuming, is because Adam had a shitty UFO in his room because it was just like an art craft project, whatever. It was like a dumb thing. So the real thing looks equally as dumb. So then the aliens come out, and it's like green duck people. And it's funny because they're like, we have to deliver this message. We bring you a message of universal peace. Have you had any idea why we've been asked to bring you this message, sir? It's like they don't mean that message. They were just asked to bring, like they were just felt compelled to bring the message to them. But the message doesn't necessarily have any meaning. It's just empty words. And they're all just like, why did we bring you this message? Do you know that? And yeah, they don't know. And it's funny that it's also Newton Pulsifer, the one that here's the message. And then he calls Sergeant Shadwell. And it's like, what? It's like, yeah, I just got pulled over by aliens. Do you gun their nipples? You're a witch finder, not an alien finder. And then he says, but I'll make a note of it. That's fucking funny. It's like, what, you mean alien? Whatever, doesn't matter. We're not here to hunt aliens. I'll write it down just in case it matters later, but whatever. Go find the witch, bro. That's what you're there for. It's like, he just made first contact. And he's just like, the witches though. Oh, that's fucking funny. Then we see the Japanese scientific ship, wink, going to hunt for whales, and then they get hit by a kraken. The kraken, which is the kraken that is there in like the book that like Adam was reading, which is why their parents like look at the book and go like, oh shit, it's the same thing. So there you go. Newton goes and fucking his car's fucking stumbles over, whatever, because of the Chinese, the Tibetans, whole spies, people, whatever, right? They were just coming out in the middle of the road. He tumbled over, and then sure. Then the kids, Adam and the gang, meet him, and they go like, all right, we're bringing you somewhere for help. And then they bring him to Anathema's house. Anathema was waiting for him because she had the prophecies. So she knew who was he, the witch, what kind of witch finder he was, and she was like, all right, so I know that he's gonna come in. Apocalypse is gonna happen in 4 hours or whatever. He's a witch finder. I'm gonna remove all of his things because he's the descendant of thou-shall-not-commit-adultery Pulsifer, and I'm gonna fuck him. There you go. So that happens. Let's move over from there. Haster is mobilizing in order for Armageddon to happen. So he's... where is this? Megiddo. Yeah, sure. They're in Megiddo. So Haster is like, oh, I'm meeting with the U.S. Senator or whatever. And then he goes to the kid and is like, yeah, young Master Warlock, whatever. Where's the dog? Do you hear the voices? What do the voices tell you? And then it's like, that you smell like poo. And then it's like, oh, fuck, Crowley. And then he goes to meet Crowley. And it's like, what the fuck did you're dead, Crowley. And we're going to go and fuck you up. And you see like this cartoon version of him just killing a cartoon rabbit or whatever. And Crowley's like, oh, I gotta get out of here. So then he goes home. He goes home and he prepared for it. So Aziraphale gave him holy water. Like all those years ago, gave him holy water in a thermos. And he hit the thermos in like a safe lock in his house. And he was like, got it. So after that, he gets the holy water. He like a blacksmith with handling like molten like metal, molten rock, whatever. He like dumps the fucking holy water on a bucket and then sets the bucket on top of a door. And then he's like, got it. This cartoony ass fucking trap. Got it. So then he's just leaves the door like a little bit open, the bucket in there, and then he's like, come in, boys. Haster and the Lord Duke of whatever. Let me check the dude's name again. This guy. Duke of Ligger. Okay, Haster is also a Duke of Hell. So, okay, so Ligger and Haster. So, in here, people, Ligger just takes it. And I was like, is it really holy water? Maybe it's just regular ass water. It's not going to do anything. No, it's actually holy water. It falls on him, and the iguana on his head, as well as him, his face melts. Just fucking melts. He starts screaming. The bucket melts into him. Then it all melts into liquid, and it just falls to nothing. And Haster is just watching all this happen, just screaming. Just like, it's holy water. It's like, oh my god, that's wonderful. Then fucking Crowley is like, all right, and I got more where that came from. And then he like threatens him with the fucking thing to fucking water the plants. And he's like, this is holy water. And Haster is like, is it? And he's like, do you feel lucky? Like, oh my god, I love the references in this fucking show. It's all fantastic. And I'm sure that there's like more that I'm not getting, because I know that there are more that I'm not getting, right? Ask yourself, do you feel lucky? Punk. That's wonderful. So he does that, and then Haster says that like a little drop of water fell on Crowley's finger, and then it didn't do anything, so it's like, oh, that's not holy water. That's a bluff. Alright, I do feel lucky. Bah, blows it up. To be fair to Haster, why would Haster think that anything that was gonna happen would happen? Like, it's the most bullshit thing ever. But like, yes, Crowley tricked him into being like, you passed the test! Congratulations! And he was like, what? And he's like, yeah, like the Lords of Hell had to make sure that you were ready to command the legions coming in the world, so they put me up to doing this. And you passed with flying colors. Good job, buddy. And then he's like, really? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna call Satan right now. He's gonna tell you, hey, you're cool. And then he's like, well, you're calling the Dark Council? It's like, yeah. And they're saying, fuck you, bitch. So long, sucker. And then Crowley is sucked into the phone beam, and Haster is too. And we see this little thing of like Seraphil dancing, learning how to dance. So is Crowley. And then they get both sung into the telephone system. Okay, Crowley called himself. He called himself into the answering machine, which I'm thinking maybe Seraphil gave him the idea when he just called him right there. He gave him the idea, and then he pulled the most bullshit shit ever. So he called his own phone, and then he trapped Haster inside of a tape, and then he just walked away like, so long. Fuck you. So then, I like that they just straight up refer to Crowley as Seraphil's boyfriend. I do like that. So I like that Seraphil is like, that's the whole point. So everyone can make choices. That's what being human means. Choices. But that's for them. Our job as angels should be to keep all of this working, you know? So they can make the choices. Then, whoever this is, who is this? Uriel. So, Archangel Uriel goes, you think too much. And then Sandalphon just straight up punches him. They grab him, holding against the wall. And he's like, what? Why are you like this? And I like that Seraphil is like, I'm going to call God. And then they're like, you really think upstairs is going to take your call? So this really is all about like, there is God. Then there's like some kind of delegation underneath them, and that storm is really loud. There's some kind of delegation below him, and then there's like everything else. So like the people that are like 5 layers below that are just like following the rules, but they don't actually know what anything's like. Okay, so nobody actually knows what's gonna happen except for God, right? And no one really knows what the plan is except for God. So they're just doing what they think they should be doing, and there you go. But they're not allowed to think. They don't want to think. They're just like, we It doesn't matter what we think. We have to do that thing. There you go. Like, they completely distance themselves from any sort of logic, rationality, or emotion. It's just like, fuck it. Just, it is written here that we have to do that, and then we do that, and then there you go. And if you do anything against it, then fuck you. We're gonna beat you up. So there you go. And I really wanted God to answer Aziraphale, but I feel like that has to happen at like the end of the show. That is really loud. Holy fuck. So I'm torn because I really want to wrap this review up. Because like it might rain like this for like another like 3 hours. So I'm gonna force into finishing this. And hopefully power won't die on me. Alright, so Adam, as the Antichrist, has sort of awakened. He hears the voices, and he's like, yeah, man, the world sucks. Let's blow it up and make it a new one. So it's actually better. And they're like, but we don't... His friends are... So they are forced into sitting and listening to him. They are forced into shutting up. They're forced into everything. And Adam is like, yes, I'm making you do those things. Like, it's finally awakening in him. His power of demon command or whatever. Holy fuck. I'm not sure how much of it you can hear, but I'm pretty sure it's there. Like, Jesus. Kind of like record with like my phone, like a video of how fucking thick this heavy rain is. Give me a second. So I don't know how much you can see, but like it's so like, okay, so it's so much rain that it's almost like a mist. The phone doesn't really catch it, but holy fuck. Yeah, it's falling. Oh god, you can. Oh, you have 2 points of view now. That's fun. So sure, let's finish this. So the Adam is hearing the voices and the calls to wreck shit up because, and I like that the motivation is the conspiracy theories and the fact that he's like, Earth sucks. Let's just make it better. And like that's something that he says. It's like, let's destroy the planet and like make a new one that is actually better. And like they're like, but no. They're talking about people. It's like, no, killing people is bad. There won't be any people. So what's the point? And then Adam is like, listen, but it's fine. Like, it'll just be us and we can just play and do whatever we want. And it's like, but like, no, I want my parents. I want my mommy and daddy. And he's like, but I can make you new mommies and daddies that are better. And it's just like, holy fuck. Like, yes, he's completely tapped into the demon sona inside of him. So the question now is how much can we stop this? Like, because like after a certain point it's not even Adam anymore almost. Oh, I forgot to set up my second light, which is my phone. So after a certain point it's like, well, how much of Adam is there and how much of the Antichrist is there? Like, is it possible to make it stop? Is it possible to make it so he goes back to being the sweet kid again? Because it is a mixture of both, but it's like you can't rationalize with him as he is right now. You have to somehow bring him back to Earth so he understands what's happening. Right now, it's almost like it's not even him anymore. All these rationalizations that he's thinking about, it's not what the normal Adam would think about. This is the Satan side talking, almost. So there you go. I wonder if we can exercise him or some shit, because Newton did bring all of the crazy exercising material with him. The question is whether or not that does anything. Maybe Newton Pulsifer, because he is the descendant of thou-shall-not-commit-adultery Pulsifer, and maybe it's like a whole lineage of witchfinders, and they're legit. Maybe they have witchfinder powers. Maybe Shadwell doesn't, but he does. So maybe Newton can do it. Somehow, I don't know. So, yeah, then Newton and Anathema fucked. I don't know why. Like, I'm not sure why. Maybe next episode, Anathema is going to be like, alright, we fucked because we fucked. Now we get that thing that will help us. We get this, like, extra prophecy or whatever. Yeah, maybe that. But other than that, I have no idea. It could just be a matter of, like, well, the world is ending, so might as well. It could just be a thing of that, but if anything, it was a fun gag of Shadwell being like, "Oh my god, I sent it to the Jaws of the Beast. That kid alone. I'm a terrible man. What have I done? Oh, I can't imagine what he's going through right now." And then it cuts away to him just in there, and it's just like, "Oh man, it must be terrible." It's like, oh, that's funny. Then fucking Aziraphale talked to Der Jacovis the Master as a giant talking head. I could make a Talking Heads reference. I could make a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Swording Head reference. Doctor Who reference. Fuck it. Let's just say that he just tried to talk to God and he couldn't. He got Dr. Metatron. So there you go. That. Then, for, like... Oh, okay, so this happened before the Crowley scene. And that's a little bit of like, different thingy. Okay, so the timeline is really fucked with a little bit. The order of things. So this happened before the Crowley scene. The Crowley scene is what happens latest in the episode then, in chronologically speaking. So Aziraphale is going to talk to Crowley, and then Crowley is busy, and then fucking Shadwell walks into Aziraphale because he saw the whole conversation, and he's like, "You're a witch!" And it's like, oh my god, Shadwell, there you go. Disregard anything that you were hearing about, like, to talk about God or whatever. It's like, no. Fuck it, you're a witch. So then he's like, a candle. It's not a candle, it's a light, but it might as well be one. It's like, oh, okay. So then he's like, alright, you have a demon, I'm gonna exorcise you, whatever. And then Aziraphale is trying to get him to not walk into the circle. And then he himself walks into the circle, and he says in the best words that an angel could say, fuck. And then he's off. That's funny. And then he goes into war, I assume. And that's the end of the episode. Well, Shadwell does leave the fucking thing, and the candle starts burning The Sound of Music, and I assume the entire library, the entire bookshop. So there you go. So that should matter to some degree. I'm not sure to what degree, but to some. Maybe Crowley's gonna go to the bookshop and it's just gonna be a fire, and he's gonna be like, wait, what happened here? Or he might interpret that as like Aziraphale saying, well, fuck it. Fuck it, I have to go fight. Because he did walk into the portal, and maybe Crowley is gonna go fight as well. Because he's having a bad breakup. But none of them want to do it. But that's the thing, is that Crowley doesn't know that Aziraphale doesn't want to do it either. Like, he's really struggling trying to talk to God and to being like, we don't have to fight. But in Crowley's eyes, Aziraphale is like, well, we're not friends. We can't be together anymore. We have to fight. But he actually doesn't want to. So Crowley doesn't know that from his perspective. So we'll see how that develops next episode. So I want to point out that Adam did remove the mouths of his friends. He's like, shut up, you can speak, and then their mouths disappear. And then he had this face of like, oh shit. So I'm wondering if seeing his friends go through some fucked up shit is enough for him to be like, actually, maybe I should stop. Maybe I should listen to them. In a way, this reminds me of... of course, it reminds me of Eva, because all of this is biblical to some connection, to some regard, to some level. But it reminds me of Evangelion. Neon Genesis Evangelion, the anime. The end of Evangelion, more specifically. Because at the end, it really is about someone enforcing their own ego on other people and their own feelings. When in reality, you should try to listen and understand everyone. And that's probably what's going to end up coming into at the end of the show. That's what's gonna be about, you know? That would be a good final message to leave the show on. Because I cannot think that the show is gonna end bad. It can't. It has to end lighthearted, or it has to end, like, even if the world ends, it can't be a bad end. It has to come back in some, like, fun way, lighthearted way. Like, I literally cannot think that the show will end in any way that is, like, bad, because the tone of the show doesn't make me think that. So I'm trying to understand what the end is gonna be, and that's like what I always come to, is the fact that God's gonna be like, y'all idiots. Like, it was almost a test to see whether or not you people would care and you would be able to think and feel on yourselves by a free will, or you're just gonna follow everything to the book as robots, even if it's something that's bad. Because, like, you're supposed to understand what's good and bad, but you don't. You just follow everything. So, this two, they're actually pretty alright. Because they understood. And they just decided to chill and hang out. So that would be fun. And yes, the same with Adam. Ended up understanding I should listen to people and not try to enforce what I think is best for them on them. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it for this episode. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have to go before my power like dies on me. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave. So yeah, thank you for watching this. And yeah, vote on the poll. I'm not sure which shows are on the poll, but there's probably some cool shows in that poll. So yeah, vote for shows there. And yeah, thank you for hanging out here with me. And remember that if you want to watch the next episode already, it should be up on Patreon, as well as full length for this, everything else. So check out the link in the description for that. First link on the comments as well. Social media, everything else. I will see you guys next time. Okay, everyone? Take care. Bye-bye.